Hey everybody, Carl here. I've been wondering what to do lately, and I've been messing with this camera trying to get that right. And yeah, but anyway, one thing I wanted to do, and I've been wanting to do for a while, is my one Zenith radio. It's a 1965 tube model. It's a All American 5. It was getting really warm. I'm thinking, do I have a tube going bad? Is something red plating or what? So I thought, okay, let's take it down and let's pull it apart, check the tubes, check everything, see what's going on. So that's what I'm basically doing here. And now down the road, am I going to take it apart again and probably, do more voltage tests and all that? Yeah, I think I might. But for right now, I just wanted to have it to where I can, like I've got it right now, I got it in the dining room. If I want to just plug it in and just listen to an AM radio out here, I can do that. I have my 84 Philco too, but this is kind of nice, and I just thought, well, hey, let's make sure that it's not, it's not going crazy. So anyway, this is what this is all about. So and I have to do a little voiceover because of the new camera. I didn't have the microphone turned on a couple times. Yeah, I really need that feature so I can really screw things up. Okay, guys, here we go. Okay, so here we go. I don't know if you notice, I've got a couple radios stacked up in the corner over there. And they're stacked up next to a head girl there who's being kind of political. She's out there, so. But yeah, we're going to take a look at the white Zenith. And I think not only will this be interesting to check out the tube, is it really getting overheated or whatever, but to look at it as an All-American 5 radio. What's everything doing in there? How's that working? I just thought it'd be interesting. So, okay, here's for that. Okay, so here's the radio. And when I first got this is a few years ago, but I had originally bought this radio on eBay because I had seen Rick McWhorter on his channel, All American 5. He made a signal tracer out of a regular radio. And this was, this is basically as you get. It's strictly just AM. It has off, on, and volume, no tone, no nothing. It's a real simple radio. So that was why I originally bought it. And I know I kind of went through it and everything seemed to be okay on it. So I don't know if I can't remember if I changed. I'd have to go back and look because I did a video on it. But I have to check that out. And seeing this, basic and simple, wow, what a cool radio to go through. But like I said, one of the tubes are getting hot, and I've got a picture here. Let me pull the picture up. Okay, now here, look at the tube that's just above and to the right. So look how bright that tube is. That's that 35W4. And I know it's a rectifier. I know they run hot and stuff. But wow, look at that. So I just this is what I was seeing, and yeah, it was throwing off some heat. So I said, maybe I ought to check it. So that's what kind of started all. And while I was in there, I thought, hey, this would be a good project, right? Okay. I will now turn you over to your regular video. Okay. Here I opened up the back of the Zenith. The main tube I think was getting warm was this one right here. I looked through the back door, you know, and it looked like it was glowing pretty good. So I'm going to test all of them, and if they all appear to be good, then we'll pull the chassis out and we'll go underneath and we'll start reading voltages, which I'll maybe do that anyway. But okay, so this is the inside of it. I don't know if there's like a a real close-up setting and then a distance setting, because when I go into one mode it shows like the mountains in the background. That's normally long range. And if you want to set it to macro, it's like shows it like a flower, you know what I mean? So anyway, I got to look that up, because well, what I'm going to tell you what this says right here. It says, caution, the chassis of this receiver is directly connected to one side of the supply line. So in all these videos, when people keep telling you about, you got to really be careful, you can get shocked, use a isolation transformer and sometimes a variac with it. One of the reasons, and they come right out and tell you in this one, the chassis is hot, basically. One side of your power line is connected to the chassis. So that's just, there we are. Now I'm going to have, like I said, I'm going to have to do a little research and see if I can get some better close-up shots. But for right now, I thought they would plug her in, and I want to see, without the back on, I want to see if I see any tubes getting really, really hot. And if so, then we'll pull them out, test them, and end up probably pulling the chassis anyway. But by the way, this is a Zenith model M504C, and here's the schematic, but I will show you one a lot clearer than this, okay? One way or the other. So I just wanted to let you know what's going on. Okay, I guess we'll call this the other. What I did is I made a copy here for this radio. If you want to check it out, you can grab it off of here. One neat thing about it, even if you're not following it for what we're doing here, this is a really good example of an all-American 5 radio with the 5 tubes, no transformer, and it's a good study if nothing else. Right? So that's that for you. And here on my iPad I have the digital version of the manual with all the tubes and all that, and the schematic. And here's my my EMC is what I'm going to be using. I just wanted, old 64 Goat Bill. A lot of times I see him, he'll do this, and look at that. I can actually get a close-up right there if I really want to. Now what I did earlier here, you'll see, is I just used my phone and grabbed a couple, stills. But yeah, this is not a close-up one, but what you gonna do? Okay. Okay, so looks like we're in spooky mode now. Well, it is October, and all the monsters will be coming out and want you to check out all your vacuum tubes. Okay, no, this is the end of what I'm doing right now. Now, as I mentioned before, I have the the AM radio, the Zenith, is in the dining room. I'm going to play it for a day or two. I'm going to probably play it a lot tomorrow and just make sure everything's cool with it. And then we're going to go from there. Like I said, we might even end up tearing it down, pulling the chassis out. I don't know if we're going to do all that just yet. I want to do a little more work with my my tube tester. It's got a couple little kinks in it, and I already had it part one, so I probably need to do that again. So, but we're going to come back with more on the Zenith. If you get a chance, take a look at that schematic. It's like I said, it's pretty basic, and it's an easy one if you want to start learning how to follow where the where your signal goes. So that's just, like I said, it's a really good one to just get started with. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic day. Have evening, all night long, all day long. Be good to one another, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.